Eleanor Grace, you're with me here, and we're starting our show here with some stormy weather you can see in the background. I think we've got stormy weather throughout the world. So I'm coming to you live here from London in the United Kingdom. And to start off with today, I know we've got some callers coming in very soon, but to start off with, I want to give you this card here. This one is one of my teaching cards. It's the Magician. Hope you can see that there. It's probably a bit large. We're going large here. The Magician is our card really of the week this week, because we've all got to draw into some inner strength, haven't we, as we set our intentions this January for 2023, and also as we just make some progress, even if it's baby steps. You know, we've got to reach out, try and help ourselves, reach out, try and help each other, really. And that way, I think, you know, you've got the formula for how you're going to bounce forward. Now, the Magician, this magical energy that's here, the Magician really does bring in opportunities that are unexpected. So I think that this week we can all reach out and dig a bit deeper and think, okay, where's my opportunities? You know, what am I going to have to deal with over the next few days? And let's hope that it's good news and good opportunities that are coming your way. And remember, we've got the phoenix out the ashes. You know, whatever is negative, whatever has gone wrong in your life, and let's, you know, look at last year and think, okay, that's a closed book now. Let's try and move forward with some of those energies that we're bringing into the show here. So the Magician being that sort of very productive energy card, that sets us going, that starts us off, that starts us with, you know, a really sort of pristine moment where everything can be, you know, really progressive. Now we've got Margaret here in Glasgow. Hello there to you, Margaret. You're through to Eleanor Grace. How are you here today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yes, good. I hope the weather is treating you a bit kinder up there in Scotland than it is in the USA at the moment. So we've got this theme of stormy weather, and I think that the people who I'm reaching out to today have also got stormy weather in their lives too. So I hope that we can resolve some things for you. Now, I want to give you this card here. This is all about, you know, hot air, bit of bad news, some difficulties that you've perhaps experienced. And this is all verbal. It's all, no, let's have a chat. Let's see what's happening, see what's going on. So I feel as though crosswords is around you at the moment. And, you know, these are perhaps lingering as well. They're coming through from an historic place, and maybe this is a time to revisit some of those issues with family members or even with work colleagues. Now, work colleagues do tend to be coming up here. Was that your dog? Oh, how lovely. Got work colleagues here. Are you in a sort of tense situation, let's put it like that, with either work colleagues or close neighbours? That's where I feel you've got this tension. It's around you, but not family, not, you know, personal stress. Would you agree with that?
Yes. Well,
okay.
They're not anything also to do with work, but there is some problems.
Is this around your neighbourhood as well? You know,
yes.
It seems to be close by to you, and it's always a worry, because, you know, it just means that you're not feeling as confident either in yourself and in what you want to do. Well, we're going to change that. We're going to throw that away. Remember the Magician that I've given to you. Remember how magical that position is, because with the Magician, you can just change anything, really. So unexpected opportunities are knocking at your door, and here you have got Such a lovely card. This one is all about you taking hold of your own power and you taking hold of your situation and making it, doubly better than it is at the moment. So there's an offer coming to you. I don't think it's one that you're expecting, but I think it's news, gossip, verbal instructions on the wind, a favour that people are doing to you as well, that are going to make you feel so very much better. And I think that's helping lift some of those oppressive feelings that I've got, some of that stormy weather that we can see in the background here, which is my tone. You've got also new plans. Now, these are going to come in between now and April. So now in April is quite a time of movement. You've got a force of nature that's going on with you. You're going to get things done. And you'll do that by making sure right now that this January you decide exactly what it is that you want from this year, what you want from yourself. I see you closing doors behind you, opening new ones. It's symbolic. It's this seesaw. You've been weighing things up. You're on a seesaw with nobody. There's nobody sitting opposite you. So you don't have to convince anybody. It's just yourself. Do you understand that? That you're having this internal dialogue with yourself. Do you recognise that situation? We all do it, I suppose, don't we? We all have this inner chat and think, what am I going to do next? What's coming in for me? I want this, that, and the other. Or I wish. Those are our favourite words, aren't they? I wish I had this or that. And then it can project onto somebody else's life as well. But we're talking about your life here. Do you have boys around you? Do you have sons here?
I have a grandson.
Ah, that's who it is then. I think you've got another one coming. Are you expecting any sort of news like that this coming year? Because I've got a baby boy, baby in arms here. This is coming through from spirit. So there is a child in spirit. Okay, so you may feel that you're celebrating another birth, but very often the other implication is that there's a soul in spirit, that maybe you lost a child or that you were connecting through to somebody else who's lost a child. But I'm going to give that to you. I don't feel that that's the outcome. I feel that you will be involved in somebody bringing this baby boy into the world. So watch out for that, because it's an important new life. It's an important new life. And again, close neighbours here. So some reconciliations are going to happen. Do you want to go into a business? Is this what you're struggling with? Would you prefer to work for yourself?
I was working and I'm not able to work anymore, but I've been doing creative stuff.
Right, so
and I'm hoping to eventually start up my own business.
That's what I felt, that it's creative energy that is around you, which is abundant, by the way. And it's those hobbies, it's those interests that you're thinking, well, okay, I can do that. I can adapt. I can, make sure that I've got other options. And, not everybody can work in the way that we used to. We have to adapt our lives. We're not as fit and young and healthy as we once were. And time is short for all of us, and it's nice that you can think now outside the box, I have to say, with your creative energies to try and bring something else in. Remember this magician. The magician is working really well for you and bringing in a sort of sense of destiny. Perhaps this was something that you've always wanted to do, something that you wanted to do when you were so very much younger as well. Well, now's your chance, your opportunity. Between now and April, it seems to be a setting up time, where you can really get to grips with what has to happen and maybe sort of decide on the creative path that you want to go down and open up avenues as to how you can produce your products or your services and present them to the world, because you've got the world out there now with the internet. It's not the local market anymore, is it?
Yeah.
So you've got a big expansion. Now let's see what this card brings you. Now there's somebody helping you. This will be somebody that you perhaps need a bit of information from, or some tuition even. It's a younger man, so perhaps somebody who's more involved with the digital age and is going to be able to make things happen for you. But it's advice and it's well-intentioned. I don't see money transactions, so I don't feel as though this is something that you're paying for. I feel that this is a person who wants to help you, wants to bring that through for you. Now, I have a man in spirit with you. He's walked into my room. He's a very personable character, a very good-looking person as well. He seems to be strong in his intention here to get a message to you. So I feel that he was a strong man. He's been in spirit a while, I feel, so he will be in your ancestry line. Now, when we talk about ancestors, it's not necessarily a relative. I've explained this many times. It can be somebody who's in your soul group, so your soul family, not necessarily your blood family. This is sort of guides that take you back. Now, is it your father that's in spirit? And there's also a man that was closer to you than him.
My stepfather is in spirit.
Yeah.
And as far as I know, my real father's in spirit.
Yeah. Okay, so that's why I'm getting the father and then somebody that was closer to you than him. So your stepfather was actually your father, I think,
Yes.
raised you and gave you the confidence in yourself that you need to have. And this bigger personality, I think, seemed to be very distant. So I think you've got this combination of the two factors here, where you have, something that is unusual, where you've got these two men, one who was close to you, one was a father, one was a father but not close to you. And that representation for you is that clairvoyant reach. We're reaching over the veil, if you want to call it the veil, that veil that we reach through for information about those loved ones passed over, and also who it is that's standing there that means so much to you. And they're there, and they are really sort of sending big sort of pushes. It's like a push of energy. So this is a message for you. I feel that you need to just get going, start something. Doesn't matter how small it is, how little time you spend, but whatever it is that you're going to do, it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Do you have problems with your legs? Is it your legs that are giving you some problems?
Yes, I do, because I have fibromyalgia.
So it's very painful. Is it painful for you?
Yes.
Your legs? I don't know whether you've done it yet, but this is like a complete change in your diet, that you're going to be eating lots of different things that are going to help this, going to make this go away, because it's so hard for you, so uncomfortable. But changes in your diet, look into that, because I've got lots of different things like, ginger and rhubarb, and I'm seeing all these different fresh vegetables. I don't know what you like, blueberries and porridge, lots of oats as well are there. But look for things that you like, but you will be recommended to go on something that's different, because I've got all this nutritious stuff coming in, and your legs actually healing, getting lighter, getting better. It's not ever going to go away. I know that. these things don't. When you get them, they're there, aren't they? So let's have a look into
Yes.
the crystal. Let's have a look into the crystal ball. Let's see what we can see. Now, you've got that aquamarine here, which is lovely. This is wonderful. This is an aquamarine light that is really bringing that healing into you. So anything that you can put around you that is turquoise, aquamarine, anything that you can really sort of say to yourself, all right, I'm going to surround myself with the light of that colour. Okay, Margaret, sorry. I think we lost you there. We've got all of this stormy weather, haven't we? That's what's happening. So I'm going to wish you well with your fibralgia, I think it's fibralgia. And remember the aquamarine, the healing, and everything that you're going through. Now, I think that we've got Tamara on the line, haven't we, from Ohio? Are you there, Tamara?
Yes, I'm here.
Hello. Hello. How are
Hi.
you? Tamara, okay, then let's get going with you. What I want to say to you, so I feel that as though there's quite a big event that's coming up, and that you'll be very, very pleased with the turnout, that people are wishing you well and hoping that you are successful. So you've got something to celebrate very, very much coming through. Now, I want to take you a card. So you've had a battle. Now, I'm going back round about to September last year. Do you recognise that? Do you recognise that you've been in this sort of battleground feeling, that everything has been a bit more difficult than normal since September last year? Is that true?
I don't remember unless it was
Okay.
my daughter got mad at me.
Is that what it was? Was that in September?
I think so.
Yeah.
It could have been. I don't remember September being a bad month.
No, it wouldn't have been a bad month. It was just a marker, because I'm going back 5 months. So end of August, September, something happened that was quite difficult for you. And that's what I'm seeing. But that from that event, from whatever happened then, and those conversations, you've got reconciliation. This is what is coming in. So you will reconcile your differences. You will make amends, and it's time to do that. And I think that the support of people. Yeah. Oh, fabulous. Oh, that's great. That's what I want to hear. And it was so much lighter, isn't it? So this is your celebration. It's the very first thing that I wanted to go to, that other people around you are celebrating you. So maybe make an event of this. Just create one, have a gathering of people, maybe cook a dinner, or do a sort of spread of food, or just have people with you, around you. Just so that people can talk and relax. And that's what you've got to do. Are you asking anybody at the moment for money, for sort of things that are going to provide you with more financial benefit or assets? Because you've got money that's coming. Money is coming in. It's on the wing, as I see it.
I have written a book called A Chosen Journey, and I'm almost finished editing the second half. 2 books put into one for abuse and addiction. So I'm hoping that it does well.
It will, because it's on the wing at the moment, so it's not real, it's not here, hasn't materialized yet. We haven't manifested that wish yet, but it's in the making, isn't it? It's in the making, and that's what you're doing right now. And
I'm almost finished.
Oh, wow. Will you be finished by the 1st of March?
I'm going to try my best.
That's a marker I've got for you. And here is a contract. Here's a contract that you're being given. And this is a contract for the beginning of March. So try hard to meet that deadline, because this is coming through from spirit. Do you have a sister who's passed over?
I do.
Yeah, she's with you. She's with you today. She's sending so many hugs, so many hugs. But there was an argument with her. I don't think it was resolved Was that true? Was there something that just wasn't resolved between the two of you?
I don't know of a sister that I lost. I have a half sister that's older than me, but I haven't heard that she passed, and we've never argued. We just didn't know each other.
No, this would be somebody that you knew, I feel.
Oh.
Somebody else that is here. I wonder whether that's what her problem is, your sister that's passed, that you didn't know very well, that she wanted to, because the distance, you see, and that's what I'm connecting to, the distance. But anyway, she's with you here and wishing you so much success. And this is about difficult subjects, isn't it? I mean, this is abuse and difficulty and, really hard things to.
Yeah.
Margaret, I think we've got all this weather around us, stormy weather everywhere, and I just wanted to. You're still there. I wanted to go back to the book that you're writing and the difficult subject that you're writing about, and just to say to you that your sister is with you and giving you a lot of love and encouragement. Everything is coming down the line here for you. And what I want to say as well is that you must be writing the words here in a very delicate tone, that you have a way of communicating in the written word, which is quite maternal, wanting to mother people a bit and show people what they
given to me
need to do.
Automatic writing.
Really, really, really.
I'm not writing it.
No, okay. Yeah. So is this 3 spirit guides, 3 different spirit ladies?
Okay.
I've got females here who are around you. They're sort of very angelic forces, very sensitive, and really wanting to help you to get the right information across, which I think is what you're doing, isn't it? This is how you're explaining your own experiences and how you're communicating those experiences as well through your book. It will be successful. This is the money that I've got coming along in the future. And that's what you are going to hold on to as well. And very important for you to see that, money is part of the process. We all need to have those resources in order to survive. So I'm just looking into the crystal ball now. I'm still bringing in the aquamarine, and this is for you, because I feel as though you've got lots of lovely healing energy, and that violet energy is very strong as well. In your crystal, Margaret, I do have connections that are north to you. So I'm seeing that you've got an arrow. I don't know whether you can see it or not, actually, on the show, but there's an arrow that I'm looking at right into the center of the crystal. And this is an arrow that is saying, look, you must look towards wherever is north to you. That's where your journey will go to. So it could be suppliers, or it could be people who are helpful, agents, or where you need to progress in order to expand your book publishing. And I think there's another book as well that comes into this. But
yes, I've written 3 books.
Yeah. That's why I've got the 3 guides then. So you have the three angel spirit guides who are going to be taking you through each one of those books. So it's a very, very difficult pathway for you, but you've managed it. I mean, you've done it. You've got to a point where you can almost sort of put your pen down and say, okay, from the beginning of March, that is my deadline. That's when I am going to be ready.
That is what I'm going to do. I will finish by March.
Yes, do that.
Does my son or my father come through?
I did have quite a lot of connection to spirit, but it was more your guides that were coming through, who are helping you to write. your father...
My son loved that book. He said, Mom,
did
that's
he?
going to be a movie. And I was told that it's going to be on Netflix.
Ah, right. Well, this is where spirit guides coming in are going to uplift everything and really make this happen for you. But it's the sensitivity of your writing that I think has got the key to it. The males around you, I think, are very distant. So you need to perhaps be calling them to you. There's been quite a few interruptions. It is a stormy weather.
I have been.
You
I
have
lost
been.
my son
Well,
7 years ago, and I've been asking him to come to me.
yeah. I think you watch out for your dreams in tonight. It's a bit later on. The initial of D is with you. So is there somebody, David, that is around you?
The initial B?
No, D for David.
D. Yes,
D.
Daryl, my son. That's my son.
Is that your son? Your son's David?
Yes.
Oh,
No,
he's with you,
Daryl.
sweetheart. Daryl, that's what it is, Daryl. I couldn't hear you properly, but yes, he's with you. So he's sending you his name. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that lovely?
No,
Margaret,
he had
I'm
kidney
going to...
dialysis.
Okay. We've got to go. I'm so sorry, but come through for a reading if you want to know more. And it's Eleanor Gray saying cheerio, and thank you to Spirit for coming through tonight. This stormy production show, and stormy weather everywhere across the world. But I will see you same time here, same place next week. Bye, Margaret, and I'll see you then.